Hey cats, it's your midsole man Ed, number cruncher Bud here. Today with a video for the viewers, by the viewers. I've collated together loads of comments on a recent poll that I've been running, asking for the viewers' top shoes utilised in 2024. This could be shoes from any year really, it doesn't have to be shoes that were released in the past 12 months. Which models have the viewers been reaching for more often than others? Loads to get through here people, so let's get into it. Thanks for joining me on the channel people, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like too. Okay stat hounds, open your ears up, lots of stats for you, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this. I've had about 500 shoe responses, or at least models or different models that have been recorded here on the spreadsheet. Asics absolutely dominating things this time round. 30.1% of people within the results suggested Asics shoes as the most used and the most fun to run in. The next brand behind was quite some distance back actually, it was Adidas with 15%, so it's only like half of what Asics got. Other brands of note include Nike with 12.3%, Hoka with 11.9%, and Puma with 9.3%. SAUCONY back in 6th place there with 7.1%. So the big brands covering about 86% of all the shoes that have been recorded here in the poll. That is quite considerable really. 4/5 of all of the shoes mentioned were from those brands. Another interesting stat here for you, 51% of all of the models noted make up the top 10%. So there's like 10 shoes that are very, very popular with the runners out there. So when a shoe's a banger, it does appear that people really seem to enjoy it. People are very savvy these days. They go and check out YouTube videos and maybe even read magazines to make sure that their purchases are very well researched. Oh boy, hot diggity dog, we got some smashing models today for you. But before we get to the top 10, let's have a look at some of the shoes of note, you know, that are just outside the top 10 there. Just missed out. I did have loads of votes for the PUMA Deviate Nitro 2. Loads of pairs of these on sale recently for a steal, so it's no surprise to see that people have been enjoying this model from PUMA. Really excellent nature of the two midsole materials here and that composite carbon plate, and of course incredible grip from the special PUMA formula. Mizuno also just missing out. There's a shoe that loads of viewers keep asking me to pick up and I still haven't got one yet. That is the Neo Vista. I can't quite get over the fact that it looks a little bit like a Wellington boot mixed with something that Bilbo Baggins might wear. And also just missing out in the top 10, my beloved Mac X2 from Hoka. Absolutely love that shoe. It's only by a few votes that it missed out. Smooth like a cat in operation, like a buttery soft midsole sat upon the crispy toast plate. Pure bliss in running shoe form. Okay, here's the top 10 for you. We're putting the Christmas tree up later and I might have to put this shoe on there because it looks like a Christmas shoe. The Hoka Silo 1X in position number 10. This is a bit like a cruise liner of a shoe. Very comfortable though, with lots of cushion there. A cozy cabin on foot. Though it has a little bit more weight to it, so it's going to be like a P&O ferry or something. Very stable and can pick up the pace too, though it is an upper that only the elves in Santa's present creation grotto would be coming up with. Yeah, I still love this one. Really, really cool shoe, and it seems like the viewers have really been enjoying running in this one too. Just wish it was a touch cheaper. So 10th place goes to the Hoka Silo X1. There's one I haven't got in hand anymore. I think I sold it perhaps to a local person here. It's the Adizero Boston 12 from Adidas. Still super popular, even though it came out in 2023. Loads of pairs online, but they're never discounted. Cracking grip from the Continental layer underfoot, contacting you with the ground like sandpaper. And an improved midsole as well. Light Strike 2.0 was a little bit softer in terms of a compound, and there's a generous layer of Light Strike Pro too. The upper was racy but also comfortable. Just a real all-round banger, and I think it's still worthy of position 9 here. At least that's what the viewers have voted for, even though it's months after release. So position 9, Boston 12. It's a Puma at number 8, the Deviate Nitro Elite 3. I think Puma got the pricing on this spot on, but sadly there just don't seem to be many pairs available. I think loads more people would pick these up if they could actually get their hands on them. Seems like it's quite a limited run really. Whenever a few of them get to one of the retailers, they disappear in moments. Love the midsole on this one. Super soft, very forgiving, but also quite energetic. Ideal long run shoe because you got that plate there, but it's also very durable. And I think for 195 notes here in the UK, if you can find one, it's a worthy pickup. I love the fact that you can get certain carbon plate shoes and they just keep on going. The outsole grip on the PUMA Deviate Nitro Elite 3 was just way better than some of the others. You haven't got any bits falling off, nothing like that. I promise you I could give this a quick spruce up with a brush or some baby wipes or something and get it looking really great, and it's still performing just as well as it did out the box. I think I'm coming up on 100 miles on this, so do expect a 100 mile review very soon. But along with the Fast R Nitro Elite 2, Puma are bucking the trend in terms of durability. So worthy of a top 10 place from the viewers as well. You guys seem to be really enjoying this one so far. The Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3 and number 8. Asics make up a huge number of votes in the top 10, and the first shoe up from them is the Superblast 4. I think in fact Asics have got about 21% of the whole top 10, so that tells you a lot. A superb daily operator, this one. They really did improve the outsole grip as well in the number 4. A very good blend between being soft and sort of cushioned underfoot, but still being quite responsive. So it was quite a usable shoe for all sorts of different things. This one clearly very popular amongst runners, something that can absorb the miles, I suppose, and I found my pair very durable to boot. Something you can throw on for simply any sort of session, regardless of the pace or the intent. A top-notch shoe, and voted by the viewers in at number 7 for the best shoes of 2024. So we do have a SAUCONY shoe at position number 6. It's the Endorphin Speed 4. These are always on those best of shoe lists. Each year we've always had the Speed in there since it first came out. The Endorphin range, always big sellers due to the fact they're just so light. Really snappy feel to this one as well. Speed 4, no exception. Not quite the softness that we had in the V3 from the previous year, but still a very energizing feel underfoot with that nylon plate. Improved grip as well in the Endorphin Speed 4 over the previous couple of models. Just feels a little bit more durable as well this time round. Always good to have that better grip, especially when you're running in the UK. At the moment there's a ridiculous storm outside, although Muggins here still decided it was a good idea to go out earlier on just to do some easy miles. So at position number 6, the Endorphin Speed 4. If you are enjoying the video so far, and you haven't done so already, because there's lots of you out there that do watch but haven't subscribed, do hit that button. It's free of charge, don't you know? Also give this video a thumbs up, like, and drop us a comment to help with the YouTube algorithm. Dankeschön. Okay, it's the top 5 now, so the best of the best. And number 5 is a shoe I don't actually own. I haven't got this one, and it is the Hoka Mach 6. Now, I do love the Mach X2, one of my favourites in the collection, but that is quite an expensive shoe, and with the Mach 6 coming in quite a bit lower at $140 here in the UK, I think it's probably a better bet for quite a lot of people. A little bit less stack there, and perhaps something a bit more usable on a sort of daily basis. Close to 5% of all the votes overall, and 8% of the results in the top 10. I may have to check out the Mach 6 now. You kind of spiked my interest. If that many people enjoy it, then I think I probably will as well. Somehow I've missed it, not entirely sure how. Let me know in the comments as to why you love the Mach 6 so much, but it is in position number 5 of the viewers' most loved shoes of 2024. 8.6 of the top 10 votes went to the Alphafly 3 from Nike. An absolute banger, one of my favourites of this year. I've got 3 pairs of them, all in various different states of wear and destruction. I find this one simply unmatched for those long runs. If I'm going to get out on a Sunday, get the miles in, regardless of speed, this shoe always leaves me feeling super fresh afterwards. I've not really had any major durability issues as well, though I have been using some preventative measures. Some shoe goo on the heel area of the shoe just seems to give it an extra layer of protection making sure that ZoomX foam isn't getting too wet or taking the brunt of things. The wonderful cushion in the Alphafly 3, along with the reduction in weight, it's just super hard to beat. I'm not sure there's anything else out there that's available really on the market that's quite as good. Looks like lots of you have had the chance to try these out yourself on foot and get some long runs and races in, and I think this is a real return to form after the V1 was great and the V2 really didn't hit the spot for me at all. I think it says a lot when a shoe tuber buys 3 pairs of these, because I simply just love them to bits. I'm just saving this one back for some racing in the start of 2025. So at position number 4, as voted by the viewers, it's the Alphafly 3. Another absolute banger at position number 3, it is the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris. I was so excited when Asics sent this shoe over to me at the start of 2024. It's seen some great races, I've enjoyed some brilliant runs in this shoe, couple of 10k PBs and a PB in the half marathon as well. Love the Flight Foam Turbo Plus, it's so energetic, it's compressive. I think it's something to do with the flatter plate position in this one that just makes it work so well for me. Kind of Alphafly like, I suppose, but even lighter than the Nike shoe. Absolutely love this one, and lots of the viewers do as well. I think it got about 6% overall in terms of all of the votes, and in the top 10 it was about 11.1% of all votes went to this one. So it performed really well across the whole poll, and I've got lots of positive comments about the Metaspeed Sky Paris. Just wish you could get hold of it a bit easier. It even passes the smell test still. Even after like 100 odd miles, it still smells real good. There's a couple of shoes in this list though I wouldn't want to do the smell test. Especially the Alphafly 3 Protos I've got. There's far too many miles into those for my nose to be going anywhere near that shoe. We've only got 2 left. What's next? At position 2, the Adidas SL2. So the viewers have voted this one the second best overall in 2024, but it's only by a couple of votes. That's all it beat the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris. A brilliant daily option, very low weight as well, and a massive improvement in performance and feel and fit, I guess, over the Adidas SL from the year before. It was an absolute dud. Loads of viewers mentioned that they find this a great option, mainly due to the fact it's very available and the price as well. Very capable shoe if you're doing some shorter range stuff between like 5 or 10k. Adidas have really hit the mark here, including more Light Strike Pro in the midsole, and it's absolutely worth picking up if your foot fits the Adidas or European foot shape. I think there is though a wide version of this available as well, so for the wider footed runners you're in luck too. So in second place it is the Adidas SL2 from Adidas. So we're at position 1 now. I'm going to leave you to guess. I'll just give you a moment to sort of think about it, see if you can figure out what might be at the top spot. Now, there is quite a massive margin between position 2 and the top spot. It wasn't even close. I think it's because this shoe's got such an incredible feature set really. It got double the votes of position 2. 25% of all votes in the whole poll, and I think it was a good 12% of all of the votes in the top 10. It's the Asics Superblast 2. Now, a recent video I did on this shoe on the channel caused quite a stir. Some people were really upset, they just can't get hold of the shoe, or some people even bought it and were really disappointed that it just wasn't this sort of cushion fest of insane amounts of fun. But I'm not one of those people, and it appears that the viewers out there as well really like this one. Asics have smashed it out the park once again. A little bit more stack, better durability and grip from the outsole, and still that really super forgiving feel here in the Superblast 2. It just covers so many bases. If you like marathon training, as I'm going to be entering into a marathon training block soon for Manchester next year, this one's just fitting in everywhere. You can use it for just about everything. Never heavy, never too bulky, an absolute winner, and Asics setting the mark very high with this shoe. So the Asics Superblast 2, the top rated shoe easily from all of the viewers of the channel. Just a big thank you to all of you that put up your shoe lists and cast your votes. It was great fun actually digging into the data and seeing which brands are kind of becoming more popular, which ones are dropping off, which of the shoes are actually being used by average, everyday people out there. After all, you're the ones that watch the channel. You make this happen. Interesting to see Nike falling off a little bit there, though they do have one of the bangers of the year, which is the Alphafly 3. On not really appearing anywhere at all. There are very few votes for any on-running shoes. And Hoka gaining some real ground, as were Puma as well. Just need more shoes, Puma. Give us more Deviate Nitro Elite 3s. Let me know your thoughts on all of this down in the comments. Quick musical interlude for you. We're going to put the tree up in a minute, so I'm going to get some Christmas tunes on. One of those tunes is going to be from Mud, Lonely This Christmas. Now, when you put this track on, you can practically hear the movement of the tinsel from the radiator, the smell of that sort of musty odour as you open up the box full of all the baubles and the ornaments. Although it does give me sort of images of somebody perhaps lonely on their own in like a flat with a LED tree that's about that big. You got to remember at Christmas, if you got family around, well, that's great, but there's a lot of people out there that perhaps need you to go and say hi, give them a box of chocolates or something. Just go and check that they're all right, you know, because there's lots of people on their own at this time of year, and this song always reminds me that, you know, we need to check on those people and ensure that they understand that there's someone looking out for them. Lonely This Christmas, love the instrumental sort of spoken word section later in the song. The guy genuinely sounds, you know, pretty depressed and upset. You know, gotta look on the bright side though. If someone's left you that time of year, then yeah, did you really want to be with them in the first place? Maybe not. It could be the best thing that happens to you all year, you know, when you realise that you can just sit and play PlayStation all weekend and eat pizza and no one can stop you. Now that'd be cool, wouldn't it? Anyway, I digress. Lonely This Christmas by Mud, absolute Christmas cracker. Thanks for tuning in, people. Hope you enjoyed this bonkers list generated by the viewers. It's not my best of shoes, this is the viewers' best of. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like. Drop us a comment as well to help with the YouTube algorithm. My name's Eddbud and I'll be seeing you